Lawrence, all right, mate?
This man is on the phone, and there's a good chance that he's talking about West Ham United. The location, by the way, is not accidental. He's at West Ham's home ground, Upton Park, a place you could regard as his second home. In Hornchurch, an eastern suburb to London, you'll find his private home. But the Hammers, as West Ham also is called, is still very present.
Apart from my family, West Ham is my life. It really is. You know, whether people think it's sad or what, I don't know, and I don't care really, to be honest with you. It is part of my life. You know, the moment I get out of bed or I think about football the weekend and, you know, who we bought and who we sold and, you know, and that is it.
We're here to follow 46-year-old Dennis Lapine and 80 other West Ham supporters on an away trip to the fourth round tie in the FA Cup against Hartlepool United.
Basically, this is all the match tickets from last season for the away games at the Premiership, and all these people here, photos of people who all travel with us on the coach. You know, these people have been going there for 50 years.
It's not exaggerating to call Dennis one of the most passionate and loyal West Ham supporters around. Just take his son as an example, and you'll get a proof of Dennis's love for the Hammers.
My actual son's name is actually Billy Hammer Lapine. We named him after Billy. Billy was after Billy Bonds, great West Ham captain and a true legend, and Hammer obviously after the Hammers, and he's fine about that, you know what I mean. In actual fact, he's got a tattoo now himself with 2 crossed hammers on his chest with Billy Hammer Lapine on it, so you know he's quite fine about that now.
For more than 35 years, Dennis has followed West Ham all over England and Europe, and throughout the years he has collected hundreds of match programmes. Especially the programmes from the 1975-76 season, where West Ham reached the final in what was then known as the European Cup Winners' Cup, has a high value.
Well, this is the final against Anderlecht in Brussels. That was the European Cup Winners' Cup final. We got beat that game, as I say. I think it was 4-2, wasn't it? Yeah, it was 4-2. We got beat there. Then, as I said, Den Haag. We went to Den Haag. We went to Den Haag in Holland. And as I said, Eintracht Frankfurt. This is actually a programme. It was a newspaper, but it was a Eintracht Frankfurt. We went out to Eintracht Frankfurt. This is the 3 cup finals when we won.
West Ham has never won the English Championship, but it has won the FA Cup 3 times, and the world's oldest tournament has therefore a special place in the hearts of the West Ham supporters.
This picture here is me with the FA Cup when we beat the Arsenal 1-0. That was at Wembley, May 1980. It means a lot because I remember, you know, say that in 1980 especially, when we won the cup and we brought the cup back down to the East End of London and we beat Arsenal, one of our main rivals, and no one gave us a chance to win that game at all. You know, we was in the second division at the time. Arsenal were flying; they were flying in Europe.
It's Saturday, it's match day, and it's very early.
Right, the time now is 4 a.m. in the morning. And we're off to Hartlepool for the Cup.
For the last 4 years, Dennis has been organising trips to West Ham away games. This morning, 2 coaches are leaving for Hartlepool, and with a 6 hours long journey ahead of them, the supporters have enough time to talk about their passion for West Ham and explain why they get up in the middle of the night to travel 300 miles to see a match.
For me, it's not about the 11 players. You know, you don't have an affinity with the players anymore because they don't have an affinity with you. But it's the club it's the people around the club. It's your mates, the supporters. I say there's people I've known over here for 30 years that I only see at West Ham, and they're good friends, and you know, and they'll be around for another 30 years.
It gives me a break from the mundane things that we all have to go through every day, to be honest, and it is something to look forward to every week that breaks away from the norm every day, and it's an opportunity to see all your friends on a regular basis, drink with them, socialise with them, and you're talking to people that understand exactly how you feel.
Well, now we've arrived here at sunny Hartlepool, ready for the game. Long journey, but we're here now, and you know, let's see what happens.
Around 1,000 West Ham supporters have made the journey to Victoria Park in Hartlepool. West Ham normally plays 2 leagues higher than the host, but it's not until 5 minutes before the break you see the difference between the two sides.
Now we've got a 2-goal margin now. I think we'll play some football now in the second half, and we'll see what happens. I think we'll be through now.
In the second half, West Ham control the game completely, and without sweating too much, they get a comfortable 2-0 win and a place in the 5th round of the FA Cup.
It wasn't the best of games, but in the end we got the result, didn't we? Second half we sat back a little bit, the work was done in the first half with a 2-goal margin, wasn't it really? So, but still we're through, that's the main thing, isn't it?
Immediately after the match, it's back on the coaches, and while the police are securing a safe exit, it's time to make status.
It was fun, you go ground you've never been to before, it's cup atmosphere, small local team, their fans are up for it, we're up there for a giggle, good win. No, it's good, not a great game, but we done what we had to do.
I don't really think they ever looked like they were going to beat us, to be honest. Our goalkeeper probably only had a couple of saves to make, and they weren't really sort of saves that stretched him. Overall, I think the quality told. We kept the ball well and roll on the next round. Wembley, here we come.
I think we might have a run in the cup this year. I do fancy us to do quite well. I think we've been performing well in the league, and I think things are coming together quite nicely for us at the moment.
Another away trip is over.
Cheers.
What time? 12 o'clock?
Yeah, we're going through,
Nice one,
We're back now. It's like my state in the evening now. We started out at 4 o'clock this morning, so we've been on the go for 16 hours. They've all had a good day, and that's it till Saturday. We're away again Saturday. We're at Arsenal Saturday, which ain't too far, so happy days.